What's going on, guys? Let's go ahead and recap that Nintendo Direct. So today we had the first full Nintendo Direct. I think it was like, what was it, 500 and something? I don't know, 300, 500 days. Is a long time since our last full Nintendo Direct. Definitely a lot of hype for this one. I did a kind of like just predictions video. I hit some stuff not so much. Let's go ahead and just do a quick recap of everything like that, for the most part major, that at least that I cared about. And I'll try to cover other stuff as well. But the Smash character that we started off with, and we're getting Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Not the greatest. I know a lot of people wanted other. A lot of people probably wanted different things. At least it's not another Fire Emblem character. That's kind of how I feel about that. We got Fall Guys Knockout, comes out summer of 2021. I know it's a big thing for Switch people, but I mean, it's that game. By the time that game launches in 2021, that's going to be like a year and a half old game. Kind of sucks for Switch fans, but at least they're getting it anyways. Then we had Samurai Warriors 5, which is coming summer of 2021. I haven't played any of the Samurai Warriors games, but not sure how good they are, how excited people are for that. Monster Hunter Rise. So we obviously knew we're getting Monster Hunter Rise on March 26th. And I know that they've shown, I think before, the Monster Hunter Rise Nintendo Switch version, which is going to be like a complete Switch version with Monster Hunter decorations on the Joycons and on the docking station. That's coming out March 26th as well. I think it was announced before, maybe like in Europe, and now we're definitely look like we're getting it in the US, but I don't see anywhere where pre-orders are up. It's just supposed to release alongside it. Also, there's going to be a Monster Hunter Rise themed Pro Controller, which seems pretty cool. That I'll probably grab. I don't need another Switch, but I probably will grab that Pro Controller just because that looks pretty cool. The big surprise for the most part was the Mario Golf Super Rush. This kind of dropped out. I don't know if there's any rumors for this or not. I don't recall hearing any. But anyways, Mario Golf games are really cool, and that's something that was actually a big surprise and a big positive as far as I'm concerned. And that drops June 25th of this year. Next, are the Capcom Arcade Stadium. We knew that was coming, but that's actually, we knew it was coming this month actually, but they announced that it's actually available today. I'm actually downloading it now, and I'll probably be checking that out later. And that's kind of like just where you can play the old Capcom Classic games. I think you get like the Battle of Midway, 1943, the Battle of Midway, I think is for free. Then you gotta buy I think there's 3 different packs where you can buy just a collection of old Capcom arcade games. Next up we had Stubs the Zombie. So yeah, Stubs the Zombie, Rebel Without a Pulse, which is basically the 2005 original Stubs the Zombie game, which is getting the port to the Nintendo Switch on March 16th, and that's also getting ported to the PlayStation and the Xbox as well. No More Heroes 3 is finally getting its announced date. I know that was supposed to come out last year, it got delayed. I was thinking that was gonna be early this year, or at least the first half. That's coming out August 27th, so that was kind of a downer. I mean, we knew we were getting that, but I think that release date of August 27th was kind of like a setback in my opinion, especially considering that was supposed to be out in 2020. Project Triangle Strategy. This is a tactical RPG that's basically made by Square Enix, and it looks just like, I thought it was like a sequel to Octopath Traveler at first, but apparently it's a whole different game that's a tactical RPG. They spent like a good 5+ minutes on this, and it's not that it looked fine, especially if you like Octopath Traveler. The problem was this is a 2022 game, and they kind of specified that this Direct was going to focus on stuff the first half of this year, so I don't know why they spent 5+ minutes talking about a game that drops in 2022. Regardless, it looked okay. Star Wars Hunters. So this is going to be an arena multiplayer based game. It releases sometime in 2021. It's going to be free to play, and it's supposed to I think focus on episodes between episodes 6 and 7. So we didn't get any gameplay or nothing about that, just basic information, and that was really it. That was unfortunate. Hades is getting a physical edition. I think it was March 19th, I think is when it's coming out. So I think March 19th. This is pretty unfortunate as well. I mean, I was actually interested in this game. I know a lot of people really enjoy this game, and some think it's one of their favorite games on the Switch. I know a couple friends feel that way. So I know it's a very popular game. It was up for some Game of the Year awards. And it just sucks that now we're going to get a physical. It just sucks that we're doing this. But regardless, it also doesn't look like it's getting a limited run release. It looks like it's going to be like a standard type physical release. But it is, I guess it's cool that we're getting it. It's just unfortunate for the people who, you know, are going to have to double dip that really like the game. Ninja Gaiden Masters Collection. That's going to be a compilation of Ninja Gaiden Sigmas 1, 2, and then Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge, and that comes out June the 10th. That actually looks pretty cool. I like Ninja Gaiden. I've played some of these games. I don't think I've completed any of these games, so that's something that I may check out and add to the collection. Obviously, the Ghosts and Goblins Resurrections drops February 25th, so they just showed a little announcement for that. I probably won't be getting that. I'm not, as much as I like just retro games and stuff, it's just I've never got too big into the Ghosts and Goblins games, so I'll probably pass on that, but I know some people are pretty excited about that. And then finally, we wrapped off with probably like the two biggest things. We had The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, and that's dropping July 16th on the Nintendo Switch. I think this is one that we kind of got. I think there was a SKU leaked for this maybe 6+ months ago. So this is somewhat of a surprise, but I think a lot of people knew this was coming at some point in time. And they kind of remade it to where you can. This was a game that based on you had to use the Wiimotes, and it was really based on the motion controls and stuff like that. And you're going to have to do the same thing with your shield and sword with the Joy-Cons. They're also releasing a special Zelda themed set of Joy-Cons alongside of that, and that's July 16th. Joy-Cons look pretty cool. The game looks alright. It's, I guess it's an HD version of the game, so it does look pretty cool. But we did not get anything about as far as a 3D collection or anything else about Zelda. That's all that we got about Zelda. So, like I said, this was okay. Hopefully we have a lot more coming later in the year. No Breath of the Wild 2 stuff, and no, like I said, no 3D collection, no really remasters, and no games that we really wanted, which was what I know a lot of us were asking for. None of that. Hopefully they're saving that for later in the year. And then finally they ended with Splatoon 3, which is another game that they just teased, didn't show gameplay, and just said that's coming in 2022. Now actually Splatoon 2 is actually my favorite game on the Switch. Just, you know, I love that game. My issue is I kind of feel like that's like almost like a perfect game, so I don't know. I've kind of thought this for a while. What are they even going to do for a sequel? I guess you can come out with maybe some more weapons and some new maps. But Splatoon 2, when it came out, they really supported that really well and kept updating and adding new maps as the game went along. And like I said, I think that's my favorite game on the Switch. And so but at the same time, I just wasn't super excited about this because I feel like it's like, I don't know. Like I said, they can add new weapons, new maps, and I guess it'll be cool. But it was kind of a surprise. But that, you know, overall, it was okay. I don't think that it definitely did not hit the hype that it was expected to hit, which I don't know. Directs usually don't, especially when you have one that has been this anticipated for this long, a full direct. I would probably give it in the 6.5 to 7 range. They did have some cool stuff there. The Mario Golf, like I said, Splatoon 3, but that's not till 2022. Skyward Sword, you know, was nice. They did have some nice things. But let me know what was your favorite thing that you saw. What you would give this. What would you rank it out of 10? Would you give it a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, like 8 out of 10? How happy were you with this? And like I said, just let me know what you're most excited about and what you're most disappointed about. And I will see y'all in the next video. Later.